Hi, everybody, and welcome to Greek This Week, episode number 13. This week, we're going to be looking at the Septuagint word hemera. It's also, of course, in the New Testament, but we're looking at it from Genesis chapter 1 from that perspective. Now, we see this word used when God names light. God names light hemera, or day. And the darkness, God names night, nuktos. So hemera we could think of as a name for the light. And also, hemera can be used as more generally just a way to measure a unit of time. As we do when we say, see you in 3 days, that's a way to measure time, and we're including nighttime, of course, in that. Day, in that sense, would include night. So hemera can also just mean a unit of measurement for a specific period of time. It's also used this way in the Septuagint to describe years or months, etc., etc. So it's really just a way to measure time. Now, this is what I'd like to just think about a little bit with you all, is what does it mean to measure time by means of light and, of course, darkness? Because we wouldn't recognize light without darkness, nor would we recognize darkness without light. So these two exist together, and both of them, in fact, are crucial to the way we understand and measure and experience time. Here's a little thought experiment that we could do. Imagine if there were no such thing as darkness or night. Imagine eternal daytime, just light all the time. Now, some of you might be thinking, oh, that's awesome. More time for me to do my work and get things done and be productive, because daytime's all about productivity and work and doing my job and taking care of my home, etc., etc. But we really probably would be pretty unhappy if light were something eternal, if there weren't any rhythm or cyclical quality to light and darkness. And this is really important in our mental and spiritual lives, that we both cultivate a love and an acceptance of light and darkness, of day and night. Indeed, there's a wonderful book by the psychologist Ruben Naiman, Naiman, and it's called Healing Night. And in this book, Naiman discusses the sort of modern phenomenon of nighttime wakefulness. In other words, that the prevalence of light and electricity during our nighttime consciousness is actually not very good for our emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. Darkness and nighttime has a deeply healing capacity. It's a time for us to turn inward, to reflect on our soul, on our psyche, on our dreams, to sleep and rest. And these are really important and necessary aspects of our being. In other words, we need both day and night, light and darkness. So my question for you all is, how could you cultivate this quality of hemera, or daytime consciousness, and distinguish it from your nighttime consciousness? You could even experiment, as Ruben Naiman suggests, with using less light at night. Turn off some of your lights in your kitchen or in your living room, and your spouse or your partner or people you live with might be a little frustrated that you're walking around stumbling in the darkness, but you may find a healing quality to this darkness. And indeed, there is something in Genesis that suggests that we need both light and darkness. And this is essential to the way we experience, measure, and understand time and rhythm, and essentially the rhythms of life. Thank you.